Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Johns Hopkins School of Medicine's 9th Annual Graduate Coding Ceremony. I'm Rodney Eric Williams, and I have the pleasure of serving as the Graduate Student Association President and as a PhD candidate in the Neuroscience Training Program. Today, our goal is to recognize students and doctoral students and master students who have passed their doctoral board oral examinations or have advanced to senior status in their graduate programs. This ceremony is a momentous occasion that recognizes students as they progress through their graduate student journeys towards becoming full-fledged scientists. Next, I would like to welcome Dr. Roy Ziegelstein, who is the Vice Dean for Education and the Colson Professor of Medicine and the Mary Wallace Sanford Professor of Education.
Thanks, Rodney, very much. This is always a great day, and it's really fantastic to look out at all the people who are here to honor our students, and it's great to look out at the audience and see the students who are about to receive their white coat. So first, congratulations to everybody. I'm going to do something that I have never done at the white coat ceremony before. I'm going to talk about Hamlet. So hopefully at the end you'll figure out why. So Polonius is a character in Hamlet you might remember from high school. He's generally regarded as being wrong in almost everything that he says or does. In fact, Hamlet himself refers to him as, quote, a tedious old fool. But for a fool, he actually says a lot of things in the play that we still say today. For example, a couple of examples. One is, though this be madness, yet there is method in it, which is often changed to, there is method to his madness. You've probably heard that phrase. And another one would be, neither a borrower nor a lender be. I'm sure you've heard that as well. But one of the reasons why Polonius is thought of as being foolish in the play is that Shakespeare uses him as his main source of comic relief. For example, Polonius utters one of the most famous lines, quote, brevity is the soul of wit, right in the middle of an incredibly boring, long-winded speech. So I want to pause for a minute and tell you that I'm going to make every effort right now not to be Polonius, and I will try to keep my comments very brief. One of Polonius's lines, and the reason that I'm talking about him and Hamlet today, that is very relevant to today's celebration, is the apparel oft proclaims the man. You've probably heard that before. This is generally thought to mean that the type of clothes that you wear says a lot about you as a person. And in our case today, the white coat, which is why I wore my white coat today, I'm sure you noticed that. The white coat says a lot about us as individuals and a lot about you as scientists, master's students, graduate students, PhD students. So yesterday, as you might remember, was Halloween, when a lot of people dressed up to be something that they're not, most often Ken or Barbie. But today, you'll actually put on a white coat, hopefully not to represent something you're not, but to represent something that you in fact are. Because it turns out that while our focus today is on the white coat, really what's more important is what's underneath the white coat. It's the people that all of you are. The oath that you're going to recite near the end of this ceremony doesn't refer to the white coat at all, but it refers to the person underneath. It talks about demonstrating intellectual rigor, integrity, and uncompromising respect for truth, honesty, inclusion, respect for diversity, and a dedication to advance knowledge to benefit all humanity. It's pretty heavy stuff, but that's what you're all about. It's not the white coat, it's you. So in closing, I'm going to go back to Polonius as I congratulate all of you and wish all of you a wonderful, productive, fulfilling career and life, I must note the obvious. You won't always be wearing the white coat, but you'll always be the person that's underneath the white coat, regardless of what you wear. So to quote another famous Polonius saying, "To thine own self be true, and may your own self demonstrate the attributes of the oath that you're about to take." It's a pleasure for me to introduce Dr. Peter Espenshade, Associate Dean for Graduate Biomedical Education.
Thank you, Roy, for those wonderful remarks, and welcome everyone. Good evening. My name is Peter Espenshade. I'm the Associate Dean for Graduate Biomedical Education, and it's my distinct pleasure to welcome all of you here today for our coding ceremony, all of our students, our family, friends, faculty, staff, for this wonderful event. So this is the 9th year of this event, and it brings together our School of Medicine communities to really recognize and celebrate the amazing accomplishments of our graduate students. But before we get to the ceremonies and recognizing their accomplishments, I wanted to take a minute to recognize a few groups that are responsible for getting them here today. And first, it's really all of the family and friends who've supported our students to get them here and to support their passions and love of science. Many of you have traveled a great distance to share this moment with us today, and I would very much like to take this moment for us to thank you and recognize all of your hard work. So if you are a friend or family and you've traveled here, I'd love that you stand up and then we can all give you a round of applause and recognize your contributions to supporting our students. Thank you. Thanks for all you have done and continue to do in support of our students. Also with us today is another group of really amazing individuals that work tirelessly to support our students, and that is our graduate program directors and our program staff. So these folks have dedicated themselves to the education of our students, your family, and we can't thank them enough for their hard work. So before I make a few other remarks, I'd really ask that all of our graduate program directors and staff who are here today, if you could please stand and we could recognize you. So thank you all for that. These are really the most important pieces of what I had to say. I will conclude with a few brief remarks, keeping along with Roy's theme. So today certainly recognizes and celebrates all of your amazing academic achievements to our students. Congratulations on that, it's fantastic. This also marks an important transition in your training as graduate students at the School of Medicine. And this is one where you shift your focus really from coursework and exams to one where you're working on your independent thesis research. And I'm here to say that this can be a challenging transition. You know, with this independence comes a lack of more formal benchmarks by which you can actually mark your progress, and that can be challenging at times. But I also want to say that I'll argue that this is the most exciting time in your scientific careers. It's a time when you have relatively few responsibilities compared to the future. It may not seem that way, but it is absolutely true. And so my advice is that you have fun, work hard, and really embrace this opportunity that you have ahead of you in the next several years that we're here with us. So with those remarks, congratulations again. This is a wonderful day. It's the 9th year that we've been doing this, and to see it grow in this way is fantastic. And it's now my pleasure to introduce your Graduate Student Association President, Rodney Eric Williams, who will introduce our keynote speaker today.
All right, I'm very excited for our keynote speaker this year, mostly because he is an alumni of the same institution that I graduated from, Jackson State University, the best HBCU in the country. Most people only know it because of Deion Sanders, but it's an amazing school. Look it up. Dr. Jelani Zarif will be our keynote speaker. He's the Robert E. Meyerhoff Endowed Professor and an Assistant Professor of Oncology in the Sidney Kimmel Comprehensive Cancer Center here at the School of Medicine. He's also a member of the Bloomberg-Kimmel Cancer Immunotherapy Center Institute for Cancer Immunotherapy. The Zarif Lab studies molecular mechanisms of immune cells within the tumor microenvironment that ultimately provoke tumor growth, therapeutic resistance, and metastasis. The Zaref laboratory also focuses on myeloid cells known as macrophages that can predict clinical response to standard of care treatments for metastatic prostate cancer. Dr. Zaref has mentored countless underrepresented trainees at the high school and undergraduate level and has mentored 6 graduate students, 1 MD PhD graduate, and several postdoctoral fellows. A Chicago native, Dr. Zaref obtained both his BS and MS degrees in biology from Jackson State University in Jackson, Mississippi. Upon completion, he then earned his PhD in cell and molecular biology from Michigan State University. He then completed 2 postdoctoral fellowships at the Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine. He has been the recipient of several research awards, including the Prostate Cancer Foundation's Young Investigator Award, the Patrick C. Walsh Foundation Prostate Cancer Research Fund, the Allegheny Health Network Fund, Department of Defense Translational Research Award, a National Institute of Health T30 General Medical Sciences T32 Training Grant, a National Cancer Institute K22 Career Transition Award, and he was recently awarded an NCI R01 grant as an inaugural Cancer Moonshot Scholar. Please help me in welcoming Dr. Johnny Zaref, our keynote speaker.
Thank you for that kind introduction, Rodney. And I would first like to extend my sincerest gratitude to the organizing committee who selected me to be this year's keynote speaker for this ceremony. Your invitation makes this a momentous day for me as well, to be spending it with so many bright future scientists. I want to first start out by giving my heartiest congratulations to each of you, PhD candidates, master's students, on your accomplishments and the milestones today. I would also like to extend the congratulations to your family who all stood up, friends, loved ones. I even saw a baby in a stroller over there who couldn't stand up. Seriously, there's a baby on that side. I walked in. There's a baby in the house, yeah. Your classmates, loved ones, lab mates, significant others, and those who are here in spirit who really cherish your progress on this day. So this scientist white coat is a culmination of all your hard work in your labs, in your courses, all those exams that I didn't like really taking when I was a student. It's a culmination of that. It's also a culmination of those vivid curiosities, those imaginations, the things that got you interested in science as a child. It's a culmination of that. And you followed your individual passions from childhood, most of you, to today. I want you to continue to follow that passion. And if you have a gas tank that gets low on passion, refuel it. You have family and loved ones in the crowd that can help you at the gas pump, or if you don't have a gas tank, you have an electrical plug to plug it in. Your family will help pick you up, dust you off, and keep you going on your way, trust me. And so were your lab mates, and so were your mentors. I wanted to share some things with you today, just some advice on how to move forward. From getting your white coat to getting your hood, which is the goal, right? Everybody wants to get hooded. One of those things is to follow your passions even in the face of failure. Even in the face of doubters. Sometimes the doubter can be you. You still have to follow your passion. Keep an open mind. That includes keeping an open mind about what you want to do after you get your degree, and an open mind about what your data is trying to tell you. Allow your passion and your purpose in science to grow. That's what that fuel that I was talking about. And let that take you into new dimensions once you graduate from the Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine. Never rest on your laurels. If you got one paper, that's fine, get another. Yeah. Don't rest on your laurels. And don't allow the white coats behind me to smolder your fire of imagination and curiosities in science. You ever seen the firefighters, they throw a blanket on some fires? Don't let the white coat smolder your imagination or your passion that has brought you this far. You are the next generation of great scientists. You all stand on shoulders of someone in your field who did an experiment in the 1940s or 50s using newer techniques or older techniques, and that you're building upon, each and every one of you. You are carrying the torch of scientific excellence, elegance, and sophistication, and your white coat will reflect that integrity and professionalism in research as we help build and sustain trust within our communities and communication with our communities that we serve that are impacted ultimately by the research that we do. As we all saw during the pandemic, 2020, 2021, we needed more scientists communicating to the public the right information. That is going to be your charge, especially once you graduate from here. And when you communicate, you have to make sure that it's clear, concise, and straight to the point, just like a really good research article. Those are usually never really long. The other thing is, each of you chose this field because of a few things. One of them is really impact on human health, and the other is unlocking discoveries. Whether you became interested in science by looking at planets, or for me, I saw Lionel Richie a long time ago. He walked up the wall and walked on the ceiling. He had a song, ask your parents in the back. He had a song called Dancing on the Ceiling, and I thought you could actually do these things. So, yeah, I got in a lot of trouble for that, but that is what piqued my interest in science, because my grandmother taught me about gravity. And I said, how do you measure it if you can't see it? Like, Lionel Richie could do it. Michael Jackson was leaning forward. I mean, I believed in lots of stuff. I tried to lean forward too, and I never got it right. Never got it right. And then I learned as a teenager, he had hooks on his shoes. So I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But it was just that imagination and just trying to unlock how they were able to do these things. Nobody told me it was trickotography or whatever they were using on television. But impact on human health and discovery, these two can happen simultaneously. Most times discovery is not linear. Oftentimes it has breaks in between, and it takes a lot of time to be appreciated. Most times it doesn't even make a big splash, okay? And in our field, you have to learn to see the data that you generate, keep an open mind, and have several theories about the results that you've generated, not just one. And as you move forward, even after you graduate from here and go on to great careers, you will run into individuals that will have one way of seeing the data, only one way. A clear example of this, 2023's Nobel laureate, Dr. Kariko. Yeah, you've heard of her? Some of you, mRNA technology. She had colleagues that had one way of looking at messenger RNA. And because she had those colleagues in study sections and that, one way of looking at it, they couldn't see what she saw. She had multiple theories about what she was doing and the data that she was able to generate. She had lots of hardships. I won't go through them. She never published in Science or Cell. If anybody's a staff trying to, I got to publish in Science Cell, she never did. She had one impactful paper of many in 2005. And it took for a century, once in a century global pandemic to come along for her work to be appreciated. So a 15-year delta between the time she published an immunity paper in 2005 and March 13th, 2020. March or December 2019, depending on where you were in the world, okay? So you will have lots of those things, but be sure to keep an open mind. And there will be a lot of successes. There will be experiments that do work, but there will also be a lot of failures. It's like the iceberg, right? There's a small piece of iceberg sticking out of the water, but underneath it goes meters and meters into the water. And I encourage you not to try to keep account of how many failed experiments you have. Think about it as this way: you either succeed or you learn something. And the experiment that didn't turn out the way that you thought it would is probably the only experiment that is going to teach you something new. Think of it that way. And another way for any of you sports aficionados, especially some of your family that's here with us today, is that if you think about it in sports, a lifetime batting average of 300, which is a 70% failure rate when you step up to plate, will make you an all-star. Yes. I looked up the highest batting average of any baseball player ever in the history of the sport, and it's 316. So you don't have to hit the ball every time to even get in the Hall of Fame. That's right. His name is Ty Cobb. And as PhD candidates at this stage, it's about setting up and executing well-controlled experiments properly. Just some advice, a few hours on PubMed will save you months in the laboratory. Trust me. You won't do experiments that someone has already published on 5 years ago. Your PI's like, wait, XYZ did that already. But just staying on PubMed, that'll help you. There was a triple professor here that I really looked up to. His name was Dr. Donald Coffey. He was a professor in pharmacology, urology, and other departments, oncology as well. And he had a manuscript that I want each of you to look up when you get some time called The Real Final Exam. And he has some real jewels in this manuscript. And I'm just going to share two of them with you. One is calculate the time it takes you to do an experiment. Then put down the percent of time you actually thought about your results. You'll be lucky if it's 10%. And if you can practice this to an art, you will always have new insights and new ideas. Another one is to remember that a complex experiment is the least productive. A 500-tube experiment, for those who work in the lab, is really susceptible to Murphy's first law. Don't try to answer it all at once. Too much phenomenology provides more complexity and little insight. The thing that I would like to add in there is, as graduate students, there will be people in your program that might graduate a year before you. Don't compare yourself to others who graduate before you. Just compare yourself to who you were last year. If you're better than that student last year, yourself in the mirror, then you're doing great. Don't worry about who graduates before you, okay? Because someone who enters the year 2021 and they graduate a year before you doesn't mean that they're a better student. Their project worked better and faster, and they didn't have as many hurdles. It's like I said, discovery is not linear. So try not to compare yourself to others. That's the point I want to make. And it takes a village. You have your village here. Some of your PIs are here. Some of your lab mates are here. Even a little baby is part of someone's village. I love babies, sorry. And be sure to connect with people in your village that are here and people in your field that are mentors and leaders in the areas of research that you're going to. And you meet them at meetings, at conferences. And some of you might be a little shy and scared to walk up and talk to people. I had one of my students here, Kenneth Aduse, he introduced himself to Jim Allison at AACR on his own. And so you have to learn to get out of your comfort zones, network, if you're that type of student. And if you're not comfortable talking to people like face-to-face, get up and ask questions at the meeting. That will make people want to come talk to you. You don't have to seek anybody out. These mentors and sponsors who will come to you, or if you go to them, they will help you move your career forward and take what you find interesting into new dimensions. I've talked a lot up here, and I think part of my time is up. So I would like to, again, extend to each of you a hearty congratulations on this important milestone. I would like to congratulate your families that are here with us on this momentous occasion, and I really look forward to all the many discoveries that you will make during your time here at the Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine and thereafter as alum of this great institution. Again, thank you to the organizing committee for having me as the keynote speaker. I'm honored, and I thank you all.
Okay, now it's the fun part. Settle in. We have a large class. As this grows, it grows. And so what we're going to do now is it's our pleasure to begin to code our students. We're going to start alphabetically by their program. And you'll see as we read off the names, it's the program director of that graduate program who will be in the center of the stage giving the students their coats. And there'll be opportunities, for photos for everyone afterward. I think the students will get instructions while they're on the stage. So we'd like to begin by recognizing students from the Biochemistry, Cellular, and Molecular Biology graduate program who will be coded by their faculty director, Dr. Takanari Inoue. Are we all set, Arhanda? Ready to go? All right. Curtis Beck. Oh, I have to advance the slide, sorry. Okay, we have a lot of these. Desmond Cole. Emily Ice. Joshua Garcia Colon. Benjamin Koleski. Lydia Kramer. Lydia Kramer. Skylar Lemon. Song Ho Myung. Rohan Penaparamble. John Rios Grant. Willow Rock. Kate Scholl. Brooke Weckler. Leslie Watkins. And our last student from the BCMB program is Hannah Wilkins. So next we'll be coding students from our biological chemistry PhD program that is directed by Dr. Stephen Gould. The first student is Akanksha Agarwal. Suyun Kim. Neha Shah. and Fidia Zara. Next, we'll code our students from our biomedical engineering PhD program that's directed by Dr. Patrick Canold. The first student is Kenneth Eduse. Akshaya Anapragada. Bipul Bharti. Jitong Tsai. Jason Chang. Oh, sorry. Yen Yu Chang. Elaine Jilan Chen. Sabrina Chen. Kaylin Clifton. Wei Wen Vicky Sui. Rebecca Hannah DeMello Oliveira. James Forsmo. Caroline Gio. Mayank Golhar. Vivek Hariharan. Jen Hu. Huiyuan Huang. Lujua Hong. Yishuan Hong. Max Kerensky. Mara Lannis. Ensemble Lee. Lily Liang. Shihei Liu. Alexander Liu. Lena Mecki. Dominique Meyer. Christine Miller. Noga Mudrik. Michelle Nguyen. Stephanie Nolan. Alexander Pessel. Victor Quiroz. Ilya Ratsev. Natalia Rincon. Gongshin Shi. Wen Shi. Corey Simmerer. Vance Suarez. Anthony Song. Ladacia Thompson. Kersheen Wong. Linus Wang. Yichuan Wang. Christopher Workman. Leon Xian. Michael Shea. Carolina Yamamoto Alves Pinto. Joanna Yang. Ava Yezeretz. Hongzhi Yui. Yijia Yuan. Yining Zhu. And our last student from the biomedical engineering program is Nadine Zuriek. And that marks the halfway point of our coding. It is now my I'm sorry.
I'm substituting for Roshni.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Just say that.
It's now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Andrea Young, who will proceed with the readings and welcome her to the podium.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Andrea Young. I'm the Assistant Dean for Graduate Biomedical Education and Graduate Student Diversity. And I just want to say very briefly what a distinct honor it is to be here to celebrate all of our students and to be here celebrating with your family. And just that the group that we're honoring this year has a very special place in my heart because they started at the time that I was just starting in my role as Assistant Dean. It's just been such a pleasure to see all that you all have accomplished in that time. So thank you for allowing me this honor of celebrating with you. So next, we will be coding students from the Cellular and Molecular Medicine program. And the first student that we will be coding is Wisam Adwala. Alexis Bennett. Annalise Seisel. Edna Ferreira. Jiashin Ge. Sarah Graham. Natalie Hull. Brianna Lopez. Abigail Mulligan. Kwaku Kwanzaa. Ashley Shoemaker. Bethany Todd. Vania Wang. Maria Whistler. Chang John Drew. Okay. The next program that will be coded is cellular and molecular physiology, who will be coded by Dr. Stephen Claypool. Feng Lo Chen. Manuela Ribas Andrade. Catherine Sullivan. The next program is the cross-disciplinary program in biomedical sciences, coded by Program Director Dr. Brendan Cormack. Nicholas Coilas. Erica Lee. Saki Takayanagi. Brittany Tifo. Next, we have human genetics and genomics, who will be coded by Dr. Kim Doheny. Okay. Nelson Barrientos. Wendy Espinoza Camejo. Hunter Giles. Nikita Marcoux. Shakella Mitchell. Fajr Osman Ibrahim Osman. Estefan Santi. Bailey Spiegelberg. Kyla Weissner. Okay. The next program is Immunology, coded by Dr. Joel Pomerantz. Gustavo Carrizo. Min Sun Cha. Alex Lee. Anna Word. Long Yuen. The next program is medical and biological illustration, coded by David Reaney. Tonya Burge. Monal Chang. Grace Herzberg. Sarah Hussein. Nicholas Kilner Pont. Ann Seliger. Chloe Wooden. The next program is Neuroscience, coded by Dr. Daniel O'Connor and Chris Potter. Jai Chen. Anthony Collins. Blake Creighton. Ana Lourdes Cruz. Rochinelle Donmo. Fang Tung Du. Mudza Du. Madison Ewing. Nikki Guya. Catherine Irwin. Anya Kim. Amna Lawrence. Sean Lee. Swell Yang Lee. Jessica Lynn. Manusa Natarajan. Meng Nguyen. Jintan Patel. Aaron Salisbury. Damani Sama Borban. Irika Sina. Chaichontat Suwarat. Malka Sve. Allison Taylor. Rodney Eric Williams. Shui Ying Young. Jocelyn Wow. The next program is pathobiology, who will be coded by Dr. Lee Martin. Jade Alvarez. Tony Cho. Sharon Ongo. Bailey West. The next program is Pharmacology and Molecular Sciences. We will be coded by Dr. Karen Myers. Josean Alicea Salas. Kimberly Boakley. Angelica Camilo. Mauro Garcia. Somer Jasmine. Rosa Mayo. Erika Raquel Serrano Diaz. Rima Sharma. And the next and final program is the program in molecular biophysics, who will be coded by Dr. Peter Espenshade. Tanya Nestorova. Oh, that's me. Now, if everyone could just give all of our students a round of applause. Okay, we'll give folks a chance to get back to their seats before we read the oath, but just super proud of everybody and everything that you've accomplished. I hope that y'all have a wonderful time celebrating all of your wonderful accomplishments with your families. Take some time to rest and enjoy each other's company and just reflect on everything that you've done in your time that you've been here at Hopkins. Okay. So the next thing, now that you've all been coded, is to together recite the scientist's oath, which is on the last page of your program. Yep, you need it too. So if you are able, for all of our students, could you please stand? Oh, thank you. Okay. So together we'll read the scientist's oath. As I embark on my career as a scientist, I willingly pledge that I will practice and support a scientific process that is based on logic, intellectual rigor, personal integrity, and respect for truth. Great job. You may be seated. As I welcome back Dr. Espenshade and Rodney Eric Williams for closing remarks, I just want to take a second to thank Rodney and Scarlett for all of the amazing, and the rest of the GSA Executive Board for the amazing work that they did to put this together.
And in closing, I as well just want to share, first, my congratulations to all of you. Congratulations. I hope you have a wonderful time visiting with friends and family who've come in to help you celebrate this event. And I hope everyone has a wonderful visit here in Baltimore. I want to thank the Graduate Student Association, particularly Rodney Eric Williams, as well as folks from our office in the Graduate Biomedical Education, Katie Labor, Christina Nance, and our Honda Go-Go's for helping us pull this off. And I'll turn it over to Rodney for the last remarks. Thanks again.
Well, thank you all for coming out tonight and participating in the ceremony with us. I just want to emphasize that this ceremony does not happen without graduate students. It was came up with and conceptualized by GSA over almost a decade ago now. And it is almost entirely organized by me and my fellow GSA members. And I want to make sure I shout out all of them who worked so hard to help us pull this off. Can I get a little bit more? This was a lot of free labor as a grad student. There we go. All right, I most definitely want to make sure I also thank Dr. Ziegelstein, Dr. Espenshade, Dr. Young, and Dr. Zarif for their participation today to help make this ceremony come together. And of course, all of the program directors and other faculty members who help us, and all the program coordinators. And of course, the Office of Graduate Biomedical Education, Katie Labor, Christina Nances, Dr. Espenshade, and Art Honda. They all really are very important in allowing GSA to work on a day-to-day basis, but also in helping us put this ceremony together. But most importantly, I really want to thank, nothing happens without funding. Well, I say funding, without money. The show does not go without money. These coats don't happen without money. Even the screen and the microphone don't happen unless somebody pays for it. So I really want to make sure I shout out our funding. Our coats are generously donated each year by the Johns Hopkins Medical Alumni Association and also the Fund for Johns Hopkins Medicine. And so I want to make sure we all give them a big round of applause for making this ceremony happen. And I specifically want to thank the School of Medicine Office of Alumni Relations who spearheads this and making sure that everything gets paid. When I say I email them and I'm like, can I have some money? And they're like, sure. It is amazing. It would have not happened. And I thank them so much, especially Jamie Stewart. She's over there. She doesn't want to be in the spotlight, but. And so, in closing, I just want everybody to have a great night. It's really cold. The weather, you will not believe it. This ceremony was a month later in December last year, and it was about 20 degrees warmer, so just not our great look. But there is popcorn out in the lobby. Please grab a bag. Please take a bag. Maybe take two. It's great popcorn. Enjoy it. Everybody, that includes family, friends, everybody can have popcorn. Please take it. If you are a student, please hang around for just a second as we are going to take a group photo for each program. It should take about 10 minutes, 10, 12 minutes total. We'll start with BCMB. But once again, I just want to give everybody have a great night. Be safe, and thank you. So if you're